Go over here.
Nah, it's all right, sweet pie.
Okay, we are at the Maryland Renaissance Festival, and I am speaking with
Linda Schreier, or as most people call me, Dragon Rose.
Dragon Rose. Dragon Rose, how long have you been associated with the Renaissance Fair?
Officially working for him 15 years. Before that, I volunteered for 7 years with the Boy Scout. So I've got 20-some years in.
And what would you say is the most important thing you've taken in those years from the Ren Fair?
How to get along with just about anybody you run into. And keep a straight face at the same time.
Now let's clarify that. What exactly do you do at the fair?
I manage a beer booth, so I'm officially called a beer wench.
So you really do deal with some of the rough of the rough.
Yes, I deal with the underage trying to get beers where I left my car ID in the car and turning around to the one behind, get my beer for me. So I deal with them all, cutting people off, having fun, joking with them, and I do try to play the part of a beer wench, which makes it so much fun.
So what do you do when you're not here?
I work for an authorized agent for AT&T. I'm a sales rep, so I deal with all kinds of people out there sitting on a military base.
Which of the two do you actually prefer?
This one.
A little more relaxed?
It's more relaxed, it's more fun, you can joke, you can cut up, I can get away with things that, you can't get away on the outside.
So if you were not working as a beer wench, what would you like to try?
I wouldn't mind working for one of the vendors selling maybe the pottery or the clothing. Not a food booth.
Do you do anything of your own, crafting or otherwise?
I used to do ceramics. I'm going to start getting into some woodworking. I like to do carving on the boxes and do designs on them.
So, what would you say roughly you see yourself doing as the bar wench for much longer before you want to try something different?
Actually, as long as I can do the bar wench, it does involve a lot of heavy lifting with the bags of ice and the cases of wine. But I would rather stay here and keep doing this. It's more fun.
Now, as I asked before with Dog, what would you say you've given back? Besides, of course, beer, what would you say you've given back to the fair?
I give people a fun time to joke around, cut loose, try to be completely honest with people, tell them try different drinks that they normally wouldn't try, and just show them a really good time.
And speaking of which, what was your favorite drink? What's your favorite drink?
I either like to drink the mead or the bee sting, which is the apple cider mixed with the mead.
Bee sting's my personal favorite too, yes. So if you were to talk to somebody on the street that's never been to the Renaissance Fair or not even heard of it, how would you talk them into it, to coming out here?
Well, I would describe the village, being set up in a 16th century village. The jousting, the shows, all the great food, the beer taverns, and just explain what goes on here, how we have the street vendors that walk around, pull them into the acts, King Henry and the court, and they get pulled up on stages for all the fun things.
Have you gotten to see a lot of the shows?
I only get to see the shows beside my booth because I never get out of the booth.
Is there any that you've seen come through that you kind of wanted to see but you haven't got a chance to?
Yeah, I'd really like to go and watch Puke and Snot a couple of times. Hack and Slash, some of those I would love to go see. And go watch the jousting.
Now, I had some folks I interviewed earlier, maybe you can answer this since you're acquainted. They were asking if people can use the fairgrounds outside of Ren Fair.
No.
No rentals or anything like that?
They don't do anything rentals in here, no.
Okay.
Doing the 9 weekends, since it is considered a temporary site, that's pretty much the limit that's allowed to be used in here.
Gotcha. So what would you leave people with? What motto or saying or such when it comes to the Ren Fair? If you were to leave something behind.
Let merriment abound. Come in and have a good time.
And there you have it.